I hate to suffer what my parents suffer. I hate pattern. I hate to look at my family and there is nothing I can do to change the narrative. I hate pattern. I hate to see all of everyone in the family, all the females. No one is married. I hate pattern. How do I crush it? The Bible says the first. Someone scream the first. If you must tear that pattern, you must understand the mystery of the firstborn. How many of you have firstborns in your family? Because the firstborn is the gateway of the family. In Genesis 49 from verse 3, the Bible says that Jacob said to Reuben, Reuben, thou art my firstborn. My might. Look at what the firstborn is. Thou art my firstborn. So let me tell you what the firstborn is. My might. So the firstborn is the might of the family. The beginning of my strength. The firstborn is the beginning of strength. My excellency. The firstborn is the beginning of excellency. Am I communicating here? So this is what the firstborn is. That is why in Hebrews chapter 12 verse 25, the Bible calls the church of the firstborn. Jesus married the church. The church is the bride of Christ. Apostle, did Jesus marry the church? Yes. If you read Ephesians chapter 5, he says you should love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. So where did the wedding take place? The wedding between Jesus and the church took place on the cross. As soon as Jesus hung on the cross, the Bible says God turned his back on him and he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, why have you forsaken me? God turned his back on Jesus, abandoned him. Jesus said to John, he said, behold thy mother, behold thy son. Even his mother abandoned him. Because except a man leaves his father and a man leaves his mother, he cannot be joined to the bride. So Jesus left his father on the cross, left his mother on the cross, that he might marry the church. That was the place the wedding took place. They got married and the church became the bride of Christ. So if you're the firstborn, you need to cry out here. Or if there is a firstborn in your family, you need to cry, because what happens to the firstborn determines. Solomon became the firstborn from his mother. And people do not understand that Solomon's trouble was because of the pressure his siblings put on him. Because we always talk about Solomon but never x-rayed his family. But Solomon was crying one day, he said, I am black. Look not upon me that I am black. He said, my mother's children had made me keeper of their vineyard. They have my own vineyard have I not kept. When you become the firstborn in the family, you carry every burden, and nobody cares about how you survive. And there are so many of us today, we have become victims of hatred from our siblings because of the battles, internal wranglings in the family line. There are so many of us hearing the sound of my voice. You are firstborns encumbered, firstborn embattled. I decree, I put my left leg in your mother's family. I put my right leg in your father's family, and I make a declaration upon you as the firstborn and upon everyone that's a firstborn in your family. Today you are free. Amen.